Alexander Giuliani, 12/28, October 4th. So I'm starting to put together. I already put it together, but they love to threaten me and brag about how they control the information to morons, and then they hence control perceptions. I guess they haven't figured that out. Yeah, maybe that's why they're fucking crazy. And I'm gonna be a dick. I'm just pissed right now. Don't mean to call you a moron if you haven't figured it out, but yeah, they definitely control the information and then try to control perceptions or manufacture. Hopefully, you aren't an idiot and put it together. But for instance, they control the telepathy, they manufacture it, they just lie through their teeth. That's one of the ways. They just impersonate people and pretend people said stuff about you they didn't. They love that hustle. Animosity cultivation. They do that all day long. They said, "Oh, he said blah blah blah," or they'll use a fake account of you and say, fuck you, Pope." He said, "Fuck you, the Pope." So they love that shit. It's really ridiculous now. But another thing they've been doing, I guess, is they have these environments. I don't understand whether they're real or fictional and created, but they use this under the microscope feeling is what they call it. And I don't know if they're creating video or if it's occurring in real time or what, because they always talk about their movie. And so their goal, what they do is one of their things they do is they wait for me to make a bowel movement, or they wait for me to have man time, and then they run their environment that I'm oblivious to while I'm just chilling, is what I'm finding out. And then I don't know how they present it or who they present it to, but then they, like, for instance, they were just saying something about some Amazon review board, whether real or fictional. I don't know what the hell they're making up, but I guess I was going to have man time, or they're waiting for me to have man time. I mean, have man time. I know TMI, but I'm actually forced to say this. Is actually, I'm not forced to, but I feel obligated to defend myself. So they're waiting for me to have man time. Then they're going to run their environment, whether real or fictional, whether they're going to change a game and change the telepathy environment, or they're going to create a fictional environment with a computer and pretend. And then when I have man time, they're going to run it or change the game to a real environment, or they're going to wait for me to have man time and then run their fictional environment. And they'll be like, "Oh, is that man time? They're an Amazon review board," something like that. So that's their hustle, and they've been doing that forever. Like, actually, I remember in 2018, sometimes they'd wait for me to have man time, and then they'd pretend there was some court, and they'd be like, "Oh, is that man time in a court?" So that's their hustle. It's ridiculous. If you haven't figured that out yet, it's ridiculous. And yeah, I'm oblivious. All I have is telepathy, and sometimes they'll say something I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And that's how they're peddling slander and misrepresentation, and it's big time slander. So when do I get to sue this scum for like every cent they got? Um, it's also psychological torture, mental abuse, and maybe even a way to coerce crime and murder on people. But yeah, I neither believe nor disbelieve whatever they're doing, but they're because they do supposedly change games and can change the observers and telepathy environment as well. But they may also create fake environments and pretending I'm acting a certain way in a specific environment when it's I'm oblivious to the environment, so that's not even true. So I'm kind of fed up with this. I mean, this is outright slander. It's abuse. It's psychological torture. And when I get to sue these people for every cent they got, literally every cent they got. I mean, they've committed over 100,000 accounts of assault, over 2,000 accounts of sexual assault. They're practicing slavery. They're involved with unpaid servitude with exploitation. They're stealing intellectual property, committing economic espionage, IP theft, data theft, repeated sexual violence, repeated assault by threats, uh, repeated abuse, shocking my heart, shocking my brain, shocking my genitals. They permanently damage my genitals. There's different magnitudes of damage. They still work, but not as efficiently as they once did. They're permanently damaging my brain. It still works, but there's different magnitudes of damage. These things are priceless. Genitals and brain to a human being are priceless. They owe me large sums of money. Not to mention the guy they call the multi-trillion-dollar brain. I would say I'm owed multi-trillion dollars in damages or more, depending on the value of my ideas and what a judge, a real judge in real life, would assess the damages I'm owed. Because I'm not just owed the damages worth for the idea, I'm owed the damages incurred due to the potential worth, or I'm owed the damages made off of the idea, because they are hiring terrorists to steal from me. So that's a key point. So yeah, so when do I get to sue the shit out of these guys for so much crimes, trillions in crimes, slander, and assault? Because keep in mind, also slandering the multi-trillion-dollar brain, that may be worth money. Damaging the multi-trillion-dollar brain, that's I've got brain insurance. I'm actually protected by brainium, gray matter, and white matter. And yes, that's a joke, but I am serious. I'm really not protected by them. But I would say people damaging my brain, I'd be and making ideas that are worth large sums of money. I would say that up my value I'm owed in damages. Um, and I mean, these guys are committing human rights and civil rights violations. conspiring murder, attempting murder. They tried to give me cancer, by the way, with their gamma radiation satellites to make rug weavers and autistic people and stupid N-words know their place, as they put it. This is also a RICO, so that's treble. No telling how much I'm owed in punitive damages. No telling once the final damages are assessed what multiple these damages will be multiplied by, as this is severe crimes, and I'm owed punitive damages. So, like I said, these guys are looking at multi-trillion-dollar lawsuits or more now, life sentences in prison, and potentially the death penalty. So, when's someone going to do their job? Because these guys are Satan. They're a threat to humanity. They're a threat to human life. And who are all these people risking their freedom for Satan? Who are all these culpable people defending Satan, some of the most disgusting, sick people in the world? Are they crazy? And who are these people risking their freedom for people who threaten human life, threaten their life, and threaten humanity? Why would you risk your freedom for people that disgusting? Wake up. Praise Jesus.